Can you take your mortgage with you when you move? You can. It's actually called porting. Stay tuned to find out exactly how it works.
Welcome to Eye on Mortgage, where we keep you updated on what's happening in the mortgage industry and what you need to know about the mortgage process. Are you a first-time home buyer? Looking to refinance? Interested in a private mortgage? Perhaps you want to know more about purchasing a new build or the reverse mortgage product. Whatever your interest, stay tuned to Eye on Mortgage. Oh, and please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe.
All right, so welcome to another episode of Eye on Mortgage, where we cover everything about mortgages as well as what's happening in the real estate industry. Just providing you with information to help you navigate through the mortgage process and different products, things to kind of empower you when you're looking to purchase a home. All right, so we're covering the topic porting a mortgage. And this is very important because, of course, if you already have a mortgage, you're living in a home and you're looking to move, the question may come up to mind, or you may think, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to break the mortgage. All right. And of course, whether it be go with the same lender, but you may think that, of course, you may lose that good rate that you have if you've secured a mortgage that's a good rate. You don't have to lose it. All right. So what is porting? So bottom line, porting is when you move your existing mortgage to the new home. It's basically you're taking the mortgage with you. When you're taking that mortgage with you, of course, you're keeping the same lender, you're keeping the same rate. There might be a little bit of adjustments where that's concerned. I'll explain that in a little bit greater detail. And you're keeping the same term. And most importantly, of course, you avoid breaking the mortgage that you are currently in, especially if you're in the middle of the term. All right. Now, when does porting make sense? It definitely makes sense if you're locked in to a mortgage. All right. If you're already locked in and you have a lower rate. And of course, what you're trying to do when you're porting is you're trying to keep that lower rate. You don't want to lose that rate. So, this particular product gives you the opportunity to keep that rate. Now, you have to first of all find out if your lender allows you to port. Not all lenders allow you to port, so you definitely have to find out if the mortgage holder that you're currently with, if they do allow porting. Now, how does it work? First of all, you have to requalify, and I know, you know what I mean. That might, of course, could be a negative thing in the sense that you got to go through the whole process again of requalifying income, debt ratios, all that type of stuff. But you do have to requalify in order for you to port or for you to keep that particular mortgage or interest rate that you currently have. Now, if the home is the home that you're purchasing, if the new home actually costs more, what would happen is that the lenders may blend the rate. All right, so they'll blend the rate that you have in that current mortgage with the rates of the current market. All right, so that's what would happen. Timing definitely matters. All right, so you have about maybe 30 to 90 days to port, and you have to line up the sale of the properties. All right, and it definitely can be stressful if you're not able to line it up. So that's very important with regards to the sale and the purchase. It has to line up in order for porting to work. What are some of the pros of porting? Of course, the pros are you get to keep the low rate, right? That's a very much of a pro or a plus. You avoid penalties, okay? Because of course, if you're already in a fixed term and you break that term, the penalties can be pretty high, especially if it's a collateral mortgage. All right, the penalties can be high. So if you're able to port that mortgage, of course, it's going to allow you to not have to pay penalties. All right, and that's definitely very important. And of course, you stay with the same lender. All right, if you love that lender, if it's a lender that you like, you build a relationship with, you may want to stay with that lender. So porting, of course, allows you to do so. What are the cons of it? The cons are, once again, you must requalify, as I mentioned before. You're stuck, of course, with you're stuck with the current lender's products, right? So yes, it's good that you can port it, but if there are better products that are out there, you might want to explore and see what other opportunities are out there that might be a better product for you. Okay. There are tight timelines, as I mentioned. The closing must align, and if the mortgage amount increases, actually, so if the mortgage amount increases, you may part of the rate may be higher. Okay. So if the mortgage amount increases, part may be high, part of it might be a higher rate. Okay. And then you speak to the lender as to specifically how that would work in terms of that happy medium. They'll kind of work that out for you based on the purchase price of the new property. And so overall, so you always want to make sure that you kind of look into things. Sometimes we kind of tend to think, oh my goodness, we're moving, and we're going to have to break this mortgage. Okay. Always ask questions. It is so important. There's so many different products that are out there, and if you don't know, you don't know. Okay. But if you ask the questions, it may lead you down to a road to find out things that you didn't even know existed, like porting, taking your mortgage with you. I'm Keisha Johnson. My company is RTS Mortgage Financial. I help clients to purchase a home, refinance, or investment properties. I'm always here to assist and help. If you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram, RTS Mortgage Financial. You can find me on Facebook, once again, RTS Mortgage Financial. And of course, I do videos from time to time to kind of give you the opportunity to learn more about the different products and the mortgage process. Please feel free to give me a call or send an email, kj@rtsmortgagefinancial.com. I also hold a monthly mortgage seminar from credit to closing. It is packed with information, to assist you with the mortgage process. I look forward, of course, to possibly connecting with you. Please remember to subscribe, leave a comment. All right, I'll definitely answer, and I'm here to assist where it is possible. Thanks for tuning in. Until the next one.